Erica, Tim, good morning. Much of the same. This river is still going crazy at this hour. This is right along the New London Turnpike, a huge shopping plaza. That is the river right there as you take a look. You can see how high that water is, spilling all over the place, spilling into these parking lots, just swallowing these parking lots. That is the case right here. This was a parking lot. Now it's a body of water. Just absolute craziness in terms of the flooding in some spots around the city. We have businesses here as well. There's a Domino's, there's an indoor play space right next to that, and about 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, there was a rescue that had to happen because people were inside of these buildings. We have some video showing how that happened. The fire department had to come out with a boat. They had to get the people in this building out of there because that was the only way. The water was so high. One of those people who was inside right here owns the play space, the building next to the Domino's. We have Keith out of the water now, out of the danger zone. Keith, thank you so much for joining us after the morning you've had. Tell us about how this unfolded.
So I got the call around 6 a.m. that there was water in the building. I came down here to help out the landlord, just try to put up the barriers, sandbag the doors. I came down, and by 6:15 there was probably 8 or 9 inches of water inside Busy Bees. So I sandbagged the doors in there, I closed the doors and went over into Domino's. And we sat in Domino's for the last couple hours trying to keep up on the water. We had pumps going, we had a generator keeping the pumps going. We had to shut off the breakers because the water had come up so high. And it got to the point even the generator flooded and it stopped the pumps from running, and we just watched the water coming in the building. Probably 3 feet of water inside.
Did you ever think it would get to the point where a boat had to come out and rescue you?
Not at all. We didn't expect to need, we didn't need to be rescued so much that we were in dire straits. It's just sitting on the tables was getting a little chilly. We were going to be there for at least a couple hours. We couldn't walk out across this. We thought we were going to be able to get out, but once we saw it was too high, we parked ourselves on some tables and stayed there for a while.
We've talked with several neighbors around the city. They keep mentioning this is the worst they've probably ever seen in terms of the flooding.
Absolutely. Yeah, myself, this is the worst I've seen. We've been open here for 4 years, right before COVID, and then before that, the building owner's been here for years before that, for at least back to the 90s, and it's never been this bad. Even in 2010, where they did, Curbs was still here in 2010, and they had a big flood. It wasn't this bad back then. Like I said, it's 3 feet of water inside.
We're so happy you're out of there. Now you got to deal with the aftermath, unfortunately,
Absolutely.
Waiting for the water to recede. And if we pan in there, there's a broken window because of the floodwaters. What's the plan going forward to deal with this?
Hopefully some of our toys didn't float away out the broken window. I've watched one of them floating away from us. The goal is to, once the water's out of there, we're going to clean everything up. We're going to wash up what we can, save what we can, and then redo what needs redoing. We're going to have to look for new things, new toys. It's a playground. Most of the toys are water safe, and that's great, but there's going to be a lot of work to the building to get that reopened yet, and we want to do that as quick as we can.
And your message to people watching at home looking at this stuff?
Don't come out here and stand in the parking lot with us. There's enough cars. Stay home, stay safe, and hopefully we'll get this reopened soon.
There you go. Keith, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate the time. Quite the adventure you've had this morning. Appreciate it. Guys, I will send it back to you in the studio.